Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. We have a pretty fun week ahead of us. Those of you like me who are still working on your Age of Triumph record book are going to have a very productive time. This week we have the return of Mayhem Rumble for the Crucible and the Daybreak modifier for the Nightfall. So in this video I want to outline the weekly activities and what you have to look forward to. Before we jump into it, I did want to give a reminder for all of those who have ordered my I Do It for the ENGRAMS t-shirt. First of all, I want to thank everyone who has contributed to the campaign. We totally crushed that minimum order that I needed to get the shirts made, so again, thank you. I'm working with the shirt vendors right now, so I'm hoping to have the pre-orders out in the first couple weeks of May. If you're still interested in this shirt, click the link in the description. Anyways, let's start with the featured Crucible playlist, which this week is Mayhem Rumble. I'm not much of a Rumble player, but I definitely enjoy Mayhem Rumble. So if you're like me and still actually need to complete your Rumble Grimoire, definitely take advantage of it this week. Now, as excited I was for Mayhem Rumble, I was crushed to find out that no, it does not count towards Rumble Tumble in your Age of Triumph record book, because that would be way too easy and you would finish it in one game. So you'll just have to complete that in regular old Rumble. But it is a fantastic way to finish your ability kills in the class pages. Moving on to the weekly story playlist, this week we have the Iron Lords, which gives you story missions from the Rise of Iron expansion. The modifiers are Ironclad and Airborne. Also remember that this is the easiest way to earn 100 marks. Next up we have the Siva Crisis Heroic playlist, and the modifiers are Artburn, Specialist, and Juggler. So if you're having a lot of fun last week melting through enemies with your 4th Horseman, you can do it again this week. Next up we have the weekly Nightfall. This week we have the Fallen Saber Strike, and the modifiers are Solar Burn, Ironclad, Airborne, Exposure, and the return of Daybreak. If you missed out on the first week of Age of Triumph, Daybreak is a brand new modifier that grants mayhem to your abilities, meaning that they will recharge much faster. This means that this is the best PvE activity this week to finish your abilities pages. Next up we have Challenge of the Elders, which we'll skip. If you want to play that, have fun. Moving on to the weekly featured raid, which this week again is Crota's End. This is the second time Crota's End is available as the featured raid, meaning we have the Deathsinger Challenge and Crota's Challenge available to complete. I of course made a guide on how to complete the two challenges, so if you need to check that out, hit the eye in the upper right hand corner or click the link in the description. Finally for this week, let's go ahead and check out some of the weapons available from the tower vendors. This week there's a couple notable weapons. The first one is the Angel's Advocate. It's got some pretty decent perks this week with Rodeo, a choice between small bore and high caliber rounds, and Return to Sender, which means that you have a chance of granting bonus ammo back to your magazine for every kill. Fantastic for PvE. And then we have an even better scout rifle, the Keystone from Dead Orbit, and you have a choice between explosive rounds and lightweight, perfect balance and outlaw, with the final perk being crowd control. Outlaw is a fantastic perk for scout rifles, so I highly recommend checking it out. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the video. Whether you're playing PvE or PvP, you're going to have a lot of fun, use those abilities, and complete those record book pages. Anyways, be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time.
And I have returned to serve again.
So who knows, we might end up finally learning the location of Aphrodite's group and learn some of their abilities to help us overcome the Red Legion.